A little over a decade ago, I invested $100 in a little-known digital currency called Bitcoin. They were about $3 each, and I got 30 Bitcoins for $100. So I bet you're wondering why I'm not sitting on a beach drinking from a glass with a frilly umbrella sticking out of it. Well, when my Bitcoin collection had gone up 10 times in value, I decided to get out before the whole bubble crashed, and I cashed out, making $1,000. Feeling very proud of myself for investing so wisely, I moved on and used the money to invest in a hot new medical company called Theranos that was run by the world's biggest Dommy Mommy until Renata Glass came along. Let's scroll through YouTube and see if anyone else has a get-rich-quick scheme.
We focus on how to make money. These types of profits are very common in the NFT and crypto space, and with the rise of NFTs hitting the mainstream media, the opportunity to multiply our funds and maybe even make life-changing money is becoming more and more of a reality.
Well, that sounds absolutely foolproof. I can't imagine anything ever going wrong with it. But if you're a true degen like me, your real wish is to make this life-changing money is on Summoner's Rift. Luckily for you, I have a foolproof investment plan that will have you stealing from the shopkeeper like he was a Louis Vuitton store in San Francisco.
Viral in San Francisco, brazen thieves emptied out the Louis Vuitton store in Union Square.
If you too want to make life-changing money, it's time for you Bored Apes to get ready to play Senna and invest in SenFTs, a no-fungible bot lane for your opponents while they lose to Riot's token ADC. If you've watched my videos since the beginning, you might remember the insane amount of gold difference we were generating with the Swain Trundle bot lane. Well, this one is on that level of value. Let me set up the scenario for you. You are playing Senna. Here's the bot lane. Senna has 64 CS and 1 assist. Caitlyn has 99 CS. Who has more gold? If you said that Senna has 1,000 Rift coins more, then you got it right, but you probably cheated by looking ahead. Speaking of cheating, does it feel fair for Senna to be this far ahead in gold when she is down 34 CS? Not really, right? But we make it even better. We've optimized the Senna playstyle, so not only does she get life-changing money, she also gets way more souls than an ADC Senna normally does. Here's how. Now I know this will upset the average NFT investor, but we're going to have to do basic math and calculate chance of success here. But don't worry, just like an Elon Musk tweet, I'll do the thinking for you. Senna has the soul system. When minions die, there's a chance that they release a soul. If Senna captures this soul, she gets AD, attack range, and crit strike chance. It also increases the shield on her ultimate. This is Riot's lever for balancing ADC Senna and support Senna. We are going to throw a spanner in the works and crank that lever all the way in our favor. When Senna picks up a soul, she gets 45 gold worth of stats and 8 actual gold. This doesn't even include the extra range or ult shielding, which adds more value. When Senna kills a minion, it has a 3% chance of dropping a soul. When she doesn't kill one, it has a 28% chance of dropping a soul. You are probably familiar with this as the basic idea for the fasting Senna bot lane, but we are going to optimize that with an easy rule system that will get you the life-changing money that we showed in the earlier screenshot. A caster minion gives you 14 gold if you kill it. Senna gets a soul on average from every 3.5 caster minions that die that she did not kill. 3.5 caster minions are worth 49 gold, and a soul is worth 54 gold. Remember, this isn't including the range increase, which I think all Senna players will agree is a huge value, but there's no easy way to value it since you can't buy extra range in the shop. So we've already found a way to slightly optimize her gold. Now we will supercharge it by picking up the support item on her. Here's the very simple rule for this lane that will get you mega rich. Buy Spectral Sickle and never ever last hit a caster minion. As long as you do this and have a support who works with you, you will never hit the farming penalty. Your support simply needs to buy Relic Shield or Steel Shoulder Guards, and use that to hand Senna every Kaden and some melees. Really quickly guys, if you like my videos and want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, it actually really helps. Alright, so having the support item lets you build outrageous gold leads. You play this part just like fasting Senna, get up there, and if you get 2 autos in the enemy, you'll have got yourself 1 soul worth 54 gold, and 2 procs of the support item worth another 40 gold. A quick trade nets you 100 gold, but you still get to take the vast majority of the gold from the farm in the lane. The important thing to remember here is that the support item penalty is based on the number of minions you kill, not their gold value. So if you can be disciplined and only kill the high value minions, then you can get 78% of the gold without getting any penalties. If you think back to the image I showed earlier, you might have noticed that Janna actually has 50 farm. That's because you use your Relic Shield to take CS and then you farm all the caster minions. We picked Janna because she's ADC Senna's best support. She protects your valuable Sen FT early while she is still gaining compound interest. But I do like to optimize everything, so I started thinking about what supports can best make use of actually taking CS, even if it's not a ton of gold. Our favorite so far is one of my favorite supports to play in the bot lane if you can take some CS. I've been playing Sion with Senna. Sion is an almost acceptable support if you play him with a regular ADC, but you're missing out on a lot of free HP from his passive. However, with our strategy, Sion is killing over 100 CS a match, meaning that Sion is getting at least 400 free HP that a standard support Sion would never get. This is the difference between a standard support Sion who is almost good and our support Sion who is much better. There are some other choices that you can do that benefit from farming outside of whatever extra gold you might get. Support Veigar can stack his passive with Q and have more AP than a standard support Veigar. This is a double scaling lane that is weak early, but if you make it work, you're way ahead in mid-game and beyond. One more slightly wacky idea is support Nasus. Wither is actually one of the best support abilities in the game. The problem is he just has the farm stacks or he can't work in support. Maybe grab a few ranks of Q, get half your stacks that a top lane Nasus would while maxing Wither in the bot lane. We haven't tried this one yet, but that's a fun thing about this lane. It changes the calculus on what works as support. But you don't have to use a support who specifically has an advantage from farming. We tried Janna, Pyke, Nami, all with good success. But in our case, we are trying to push beyond what the game devs expected, like a nipple in Horizon Forbidden West. Okay, I wanted to mention a slightly more advanced strategy here. I tried to make what to do very obvious and simple earlier on, because on almost all my videos, I lose a bunch of viewers halfway through the video when the Zoomer's attention spans run out. So if you're still here, you can probably execute this strategy, which is our most optimized way to handle this lane. Because of the changes Riot made to the support items to try and nerf top lane roaming Janna, if you CS in the first 5 minutes with a Relic Shield style support item, you get hit with a super heavy penalty. Senna should never hit this penalty, but your Relic Shield support is basically guaranteed. What we've been doing with Sion is starting him with Doran's Shield and having him farm all the CS other than cannons for the first 5 minutes, give the cannons to Senna, and take everything else. Around 5 minutes you recall and you buy a Relic Shield. You start with max Relic Shield stacks as soon as you buy it, unlike at the start of the game, and because cannons are more valuable now, we actually always end up finishing the quest at the same time as if we had bought it at the start of the game. Once you have the Relic Shield, you just complete the minion strategy I described earlier. One fun thing about this strategy is that you don't have to fully focus on farm. Any farm that Senna misses is fine if she is harassing the enemy, getting souls, and support item procs. This is the perfect build for players who like to pretend their opponents are female streamers and aggressively harass them. And if you have that friend who always says he's good at fighting and trading, but it's his bad farming that holds him back, well, send him this video and tell him to prove it. With the gold advantage you generate here, if you can fight well and get souls in lane, you will be greatly rewarded. For Senna's build, you may be tempted to run First Strike for even more gold, but don't do it. You already are stacking up obscene gold advantages, but you're losing power early by running the support item. Instead, run Fleet Footwork. This rune gives you the boost of speed that will help you secure a second auto for a soul and 2 support item procs. This will give you more gold than First Strike ever will. The heal is nice as well since Senna is weak early. For summoners, run Flash and heal. If your support is an enchanter, have them run heal and you run barrier or exhaust. You want to survive lane, make trades, quickly scale, and then rug pull the enemy team. For items, you start Eclipse. Try to rush this before you get your Swifty Boots if at all possible. Then finish Swifty Boots. On standard ADC Senna, your second item is usually Manamune, but since we are accelerating our gold and have weakened our early laning phase, we found that spending 400 Rift Coins on a tier early ended up slowing us down a lot. We go for a very unusual Senna item, which is Essence Reaver. If you weave your abilities, this item can absolutely slap the enemy. We tried standard builds early, but we came up with this plan to accelerate us out of our weak early phase and into scaling monster Senna, and it's worked well for us. Third, you build Rapid Fire Cannon, which is a standard item for Senna that gives her even more range. Fourth, build a Lord Doms or an Infinity Edge depending on the situation. For your support, you go standard build. If you decide to play my recommended pick of Scion, go Frozen Fist first, then pick up either a Knight's Vow or Steric's Gage. If the game goes longer than that, grab a Wardstone. For runes, take Guardian as your keystone. It helps defend you in center early when you'll be taking a lot of poke and harass. For this style to work, you have to unlearn farming the caster minions. As Senna, you need to develop the Zen of a monk, because early on it will feel really weird not taking them and just watching them die if your support can't farm them. As the support, you're going to have to develop some discipline with your Relic Shield procs. If your proc comes up and there is a cannon coming down in the next wave, you just might have to let the casters die natural deaths. It will actually be even harder than before, because now, for the first time ever, you can legitimately steal CS from your ADC and it not be wrong. You'll need that discipline, certainly more than the guy who sold 30 Bitcoin for $1,000. If you missed getting in on the last scheme, and you want to make that life-changing money, join in now and mint yourself a Sen FT. This is the perfect build for people who like to right-click and save the game. Thanks for watching my video. If you want to hang out and talk off-meta, join my Discord. I'm also streaming now. Come hang out and see if I can be funny in real time at 6 p.m. Eastern on the day of this video. Both links are in the description.